Hello everyone, happy Baby Palooza. Thank you for joining me today to learn a little bit about discipline. Now, discipline, it's not a fun topic. Parents don't enjoy disciplining their children. If discipline is occurring, it's because your child is doing something that you don't want them to do. It's important to remember, discipline is not one size fits all. Each child is unique and different in their own way and responds differently to different types of discipline. Some of these tips may work excellent for you, and I hope that they do, but they may not work for every family. So please just remember that when you're trying these out, don't become discouraged. It might just take a while to figure out a groove that works for you and each of your children. The first tip I'm going to give you, set some ground rules for your house. There should be some clear expectations of what is expected of the children in your home, and these rules can apply for when they're at your house and when they're out in public. I encourage you to phrase these ground rules positively, such as walk in the house versus don't run, or we keep our hands to ourselves versus don't hit. The second tip is using something called directed discussion. This is when you're talking with your child about a behavior that they have done that you don't want them to do. So first step, you're going to get their attention. You're going to get down on eye level with them, make eye contact, and say their name. Then you're going to say what the behavior was that they did that you didn't want them to do. After that, you'll ask them what the behavior is that they should be doing. And after they give you the correct behavior, you're going to ask them to practice. So it'd go a little something like, Tommy, you were running in the house. What should you do instead? Hopefully Tommy will say, we walk in the house, because he'll know that's a ground rule. Then you'll say, okay, Tommy, can you show me how you walk in the house? Have him practice it one time. Give him positive praise for walking in the house. Say, thank you, Tommy, for walking, and move on with your day. Another tip I can give you is called planned ignoring. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. If your child is engaging in a behavior that you don't want them to do, just ignore it. Like, think about throwing a temper tantrum because they're not getting a cookie when they asked for one. Just ignore them. And the hope is eventually that they'll calm down. Now, sometimes that can escalate children and they can start throwing even more of a fit. So it might not work for everybody, but it might be something that you want to try just to see if it's a fit. Next tip is providing clear and calm instruction. So this is going to start off just like directed discussion did earlier. Getting down on eye level, making eye contact, and saying their name. Then you're going to tell them exactly what you want them to do. Sarah, I would like you to pick up your toys in the living room and put them in the toy box. You're going to pause for a minute, allow Sarah to get up and start the process of putting her toys in the toy box. And if the child does not do what you have asked them to do, repeat the instruction one time. When your child does not do as they are asked, the next step is a logical consequence. So logical consequences should range from about 5 to 30 minutes, and they should relate to what the child was doing when they were misbehaving. So say you've asked Sarah to get up and put her toys in the toy box, and she's not because she's watching TV. So then you'll say, okay, Sarah, since you didn't listen when I gave you your instructions, we're going to turn the TV off for 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes is up, hopefully in the meantime, Sarah's picked up her toys, but after the 15 minutes is up, then you can allow Sarah to go back to watching TV. Next, we're going to talk about quiet time and timeout. Now, I'm sure timeout is familiar to a lot of you. It's pretty commonly used. And quiet time and timeout are pretty similar, but there is a small difference. So you would use quiet time after you've given that clear, calm instruction and logical consequence, and the child still hasn't done what you've asked them to do. So quiet time is setting the child aside in the room that the misbehavior occurred. So say you're in the living room, Sarah's watching TV, she's not getting up and putting her toys away. You'll set her maybe in a chair that's off to the side of the living room or on a stool that's in the living room and say, all right, we're going to have quiet time for a few minutes. Quiet time should range from about 2 to 5 minutes, nothing too long. And that time starts once the child is in their spot and they are calm and quiet. After quiet time, if they have calmed down, give them the opportunity to do your instruction. So give Sarah the opportunity to put the toys away again. If Sarah still does not do that instruction, or if quiet time just isn't working and the child is not calming down, then you would move into timeout. Timeout works pretty similarly to quiet time. It's basically just in a designated spot. It's important that timeout occur as often as possible in the same consistent location. And it is also important that this spot not have many distractions for the child or opportunities for the child maybe to play. So maybe a bathroom or a seat in the parent's bedroom. They might be some good spots to use as a location for timeout. So timeout also lasts for about 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how long your child may need. And time also starts once they are calm and quiet. You'll wait the 2 to 5 minutes out, go back and give the child the opportunity once again to complete that instruction that you initially gave them. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you and your family find some success with the tips that I've been able to share with you today, and that you're able to watch some of the other videos that are being offered to you through this virtual Baby Palooza. Have a great day.